People, the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps look at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. And today I'm going to make a non-Valentine soap. Although that's an oxymoron because technically a soap that is not for Valentine's Day can be any soap because it's not for Valentine's Day. But this is going to be specifically a non-Valentine's Day soap that will be ready by February the 14th, which means it is a Valentine's Day soap, but it's not a Valentine's Day soap. See, wordplay, I'm OCD. That stuff sticks in my head. In the meantime, I took some glitter and put it in a packet of jello, or gelatin rather, and shook it up. And I ended up with what looks like my own glitter. So, yeah. This is definitely, shall we say, biodegradable because it's gelatin and mica. So the biodegradable glitter that I use that will break down in 3 to 6 weeks, that technically is better because it's food. In the meantime, this set is going to have dragon's blood in it. Dragon blood is a very specific scent. If you know, you know. But it comes in essential oil and it comes in fragrance oil. The fragrance oil was cheaper. Fragrance oils tend to behave better in CP soap than essential oil. I have no idea if this is going to accelerate or not, so I figured don't take any chances. Use a fragrance oil. It's going to be colored with activated hardwood charcoal because that will give me a black. And voodoo, which is a color that's a cross between a red and a pink. And depending on how you use it is the look you will get. You will either get a red that's almost a blood red, or you might get a pink, the color of my hair. You can never tell, which is probably how come they gave it the name voodoo, because it's got to work as magic. I am going to take and put the red in here, not a lot, it's just going to have a little swirly, and that's not going to have any fragrance oil in it. And the main part of the batch, which will be black, is going to have the fragrance oil. At least that's my plan. Okay. In the meantime, let me go get the live water and the strainer. Mixed this up earlier today. And I might sprinkle the makeshift glitter on top just to give it a test run, shall we say. That's important paperwork. Let's move that out of the way. And the oils are already put together in an oil kit. So basically what I did was I mixed all the oils for this particular soap. This one is my Cancun 25 mixture. So it's canola oil and coconut oil at 25%. So yeah, and then I put the measurements for the lye water and the total oil weight, which is, say for instance, I didn't already have the lye water mixed up. That tells me how much lye and how much water. So yeah, and I got another one over here. I got one that's my lard mixture. So yeah, I've been planning ahead. The grandson was here, so that meant I couldn't make soap. So that was my solution. I made soap preps. Yeah. And it's Friday and my neighbors are neighboring. Okay, let's get this open. There we go. The way these containers are made, there's like a little opening right there. So that way it's not a complete seal, so it gives you a way to open it. But I forgot there was a new container when I poured it, so yeah. Let's go ahead and give this a stir right quick. And we're gonna put a little oil in here. Well, don't need quite that much. So that way, when I put the mica in, it will disperse it. See? To me, that looks pink. But Voodoo has had several instances where it has presented as a very vibrant red, and sometimes it's a muted pink. And it's not even depending on how much you use. That's just the characteristics it has, depending on the fragrance oil is mixed with, the oils is mixed with, or the way it just decided it wanted to act. Now in this oil, it actually does look red instead of pink. This color always fascinates me. It's probably why I keep buying it. Okay, now we're going to, well, I can't do that yet because then the whole thing will be, oh, I know what I'll do. We will put the black in a bowl. Oh, well, let's not spill it everywhere though. We should put the oil in first so that way it's not splattering everywhere. And then the oil that was already in there that I was going to have to scrape out, I don't have to now because it's in use. Did I put one or two in there? Well, we're going for a black soap, so let's just go ahead and put the whole thing in there. So 1 scoop, 2 scoops, and if I already did 2 scoops, now we got 3 scoops. So it'll definitely be a black soap. Okay. Now let me go get this off of my hands, so it doesn't turn parts of the soap the wrong color before I want it to turn a particular color. That didn't make sense, but I know what I meant. Yeah. And hardwood charcoal takes longer to disperse in oil than mica does. I guess because of the nature, hardwood charcoal is basically burnt wood, and mica is a mineral that's found in the ground. Okay, a scraper, aka a spatula. Yeah. So that way we get all that dissolved. That charcoal be doing its thing though. Look how deep that is, and I haven't even added the rest of the batch yet. Okay, so now we're going to put the oils in here. And we need a different spatula, because that needs to be scraped out. We'll use the big one. Grandson mine and his toys at work. Okay. Oh, let's put that on my way. Instead of pulling off the label, I think I'm just going to leave the label on there, so that way next time I mix up this particular batch amount and type, I'll just reuse this container. So that's that. Let's take out this sweater because I'm sweating buckets. And knocking things over as well. Now, this is going to go into the 64 ounce mode. Technically it says 48, but when your oil weight is 48 and you add the lime water, basically it fills this up at 64 ounces. So, yeah. So we're going to pour in the lime water, then split it between a little of the small batch, large batch. Let's put it that way. And I don't have my blender ready. Hold on. Oh, Toby left her present again. Ah, there's one. There's the other. So for right now, since that's already done, we'll just do that. Yeah, I think before we do anything else, we'll put the dragon's blood in with the activated charcoal. Wow, that is a very specific scent. Some people think there's a perfume smell. Some people say it's a earthy smell. Some people say it's an elemental smell. I just say if you know, you know. But if you don't, you're either in for a treat or in for a torture, because people have very specific opinions about dragon's blood. People either love it or they hate it. It's like patchouli. I'm one of the few people that could take it or leave it when it comes to patchouli. I like patchouli when it's blended into something, like patchouli and orange or patchouli and cherry scent. But straight, pure patchouli, can't stand it. But people either say, I can't stand patchouli, or they say, oh, I love patchouli. It's never anything in between. Me, I only like if it's blended, but I can't deal with it straight. It's almost like it makes my nose itch. So I don't know if that's an allergic reaction type thing, or if it just makes my nose itch. But when it's blended into something, it's muted down to a point where I can't tell. I think I'm going to move this over this way since that's over on this side. And here we go. And this shouldn't accelerate or anything, seeing how the fragrance oil is over there. So we just have pure soap doing pure soap things. If that makes sense. Okay, now let's move this. Make sure you can actually see what I'm doing, because you know it's more fun if you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then we're gonna put this over here. Actually, we're going to switch the position of these two for right now. And then we're going to blend. Bringing this just to emulsification. Not going to allow it to hit a trace until it gets with the fragrance oil and the accent. And I'm not wearing my shield. Oops. Hold on. Like I said, the grandbaby just left and it's like, hey, time for something. They stop to think, hey, let's protect. Is emulsified, especially if you're dealing with canola or coconut oil. Lift the arm of the stick blender out and look right here on the arm of the blade. If it looks like little separated bubbles, then it's not emulsified. That separation means it's not combined to the oils and the live water yet. When it does make a complete solid presentation, meaning it's emulsified and it's come together, that's when you're ready. When I reach emulsification, I always go a little bit further so that way I make sure I have the lightest of all traces. See that? No bubbles separating. It's ready. That means I can pour it on in there. First we're going to go with the accent color. to pour everything else in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be enough. And then the rest is going to go in here. And I'm thinking I'm definitely going to need an overflow mold. So let's get that at the ready too, just in case this accelerates, because I've only used dragon's blood in the form of an essential oil. I do not know how this is going to act as a fragrance oil. So if it becomes soap on a stick, I'm going to be ready. Let's just put it that way. Yep. So in the meantime, let's get the accent color ready, because it's going to stay fluid, saying how this does not have any fragrance oil in it. Oh, look at that. Now it's back to being pink. This color never ceases to amaze me. Okay, now we're going to pour the rest of this in here. So use the bigger spatula. There we go. Ah. It covers more area quicker. It's amazing how much be on the corners. The color's in, the fragrance oil is in, I'm getting the soap in, and if you notice I haven't stirred it yet, because if it's going to seize, I wanted to do it all at one time when I'm ready for it. If that makes sense. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's see how this works. Let's move this over here. So if I have to pour it really, really quickly, I'm at the ready. So far, so good. I'm going to bring this to a medium trace. This is at a fluid trace, so that way one can pour completely into the other, and the resistance factor will cause striations and little wispy swirls, and that's always a fun look. If you don't know what I mean, look at the best friend soap. There's a couple little places where the swirl just kind of made little fun zigzaggy marbles in the middle of the main swirl. Those are called striations. Now let's just go ahead and pour this completely in there. Man, it's a treat for the senses. Unless you don't like dragon's blood, then it's a torture for the senses. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't know, uh-oh. Okay. That is going to have to be slammed, because there's bubbles everywhere. And there's a couple of pieces of glitter that was on here from when I did the ocean soap that just plopped in. So that's a fun random effect in the meantime. Making sure it didn't, there's bubbles in it, but making sure it didn't accelerate or anything like that. And then we're just going to pour it on through the middle. And that's it. We're going to mix the black in it. So that way the top is a little bit of a surprise compared to the inside. I generally don't make a completely black soap. I have to add an accent color or something to it. With the exception of Stone You Rock black soap, which is technically dark brown. Because, well, it is. Purity and Un are the same type of deal, is a solid color. I tend not to make a solid color. But yeah. Throw that in. And I'm just going to stir it from the side. This comes out quicker that way. I don't have to worry about trying to clean the spout. And with it being totally liquidy, because it didn't have fragrance oil or whatever, the little bit that's on the sides, or in the spout rather, is pouring straight through there. And then it's going straight in there. Just didn't quite fill it up to 64 ounces, but it's bigger than a 48 ounce batch, so yeah, this would be a taller soap. And now that looks purple. Okay. I don't think that's because of the voodoo. I think that's because of the fragrance oil interacting. Just give it a Taiwan style. That's all she wrote. Yeah. Oh, that's too liquidy to slam it. So we'll slam it the old-fashioned way. And those bubbles are coming up, and then in about 5-10 minutes I'll slam it thin. But this is what I got. But you see those bubbles? They're popping up. So yeah, I'll either let the bubbles be part of the design, or I'll slam it till the bubbles go away. But in the meantime, I'm finna use my makeshift glitter. So let's put you back on your tripod right quick, because I almost forgot to do that. Yeah. But yeah, here's what we have right now. And then the glitter I made from gelatin. Oh, wait a minute. Let's scrape off the acting off of there. Well, that'll be a mini mode. I'll just pour it in here. And that'll give that a little time to settle. to splash myself in the face. That's okay. Got some vinegar right over there. Time out. Be right back. As it turned out, I did get a little splatter on me. But I put vinegar there so that will neutralize it. We'll put that there. We're going to scrape this little bit out. This is we're going to make a whole bar. Okay. I did that already. Yeah. Now we're going to get this little bit out of here. Ew, vinegar tastes awful right now. The thing is, when I'm concentrating, I tend to do this with my mouth. So when you splash your face and you put vinegar on it, and you do that, now your sense of taste takes over and ew. Okie dokie. Now, let's scrape all of this, what little bit there is, into this bowl. Actually, dragon blood has a slight patchouli type scent too. But it's not a straight patchouli, so it doesn't bother me. It's hard to describe what I mean, but like I said, if you know, you know. That's probably not a helpful description. Okay. Now let's move this over. So this can fit in. Now the rest of this, that was a perfect pour, by the way. It didn't accelerate or anything, but had to take precautions because I had never used this particular scent as a fragrance oil before. I know how it acts as a essential oil, but not as a fragrance oil. So all of this can go in here now. And my back is getting tight. I didn't think I was that active today, but apparently my body is saying something different. But fortunately, this is done, so I can go sit down and relax somewhere. That's it till tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's try out the fake glitter. Well, I can't call it fake glitter. It's actually real organic stuff. It's gelatin here. Let me just show you. This is an unflavored gelatin packet and about a teaspoon of mica. The King Tut mica. I wanted to see how it would look as a handmade glitter. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Now let's give this a gentle shake. And that one bubble popped into a pattern. So yeah, now it really looks cool. Let me change gloves right quick. And show you what I got now. And then I'm going to immediately put this soap to sleep. Oh, goodness. My back. It's hurting, it's hurting. Okay, now. Whew. It's a fun hack, but it works. Okay, now we have this going on. Now, everywhere you see the gold glitter that is made from gelatin, that may or may not react to the fragrance oil. The fragrance oil is going to turn the soap a really deep brown, which is why I figure go ahead and put some activated charcoal in there, and that'll give me black. The Voodoo Red, which is Voodoo Pink, depending on how you look at it. Some people see pink, some people see red, some people see a combination of. I got a little purple going in there too because of the same color. It had no fragrance oil in it, so therefore it isn't reacting to the fragrance oil, so it's going to stay the color it is. So when it's all said and done, when this comes to fruition, we going to see what we get. Yeah, hold on. Every now and then I get this tingling sensation like I'm stressed or whatever. I used to say, that was the same feeling I had right before the strokes. Both of them. But I'm not claiming that. I'm just saying it's been an eventful day. I'm a little stressed. And I'm just going to give myself a little scalp massage. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go to sleep. Actually, let's give that another swirl around because it's settled into the corner, so the swirl is kind of flipping out, floundering, not cooperating. I know what I mean. I just ain't getting it out of my mouth correctly. Okay. And then I'm going to go neutralize and, like I said, take a nap. Let's give it a firmer pull. There we go. Yeah. And that's going to go to sleep for 18 hours to 24 hours, and I'll cut it in the morning. Well, if it's set by morning. If it's not set by morning, then a little bit later. But seeing how this is the Canco recipe, the original of which almost broke my cutter. And this is the 25, which I've had one success with. I'm going to check on it first thing in the morning to be sure. If it isn't quite set up, then I'll wait a little bit later. I'm going to wait as long as possible before I cut it, so that way I can continue monitoring how it's going to act. And making sure my surface is level. So let's move all that stuff out of the way. And yeah, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly- Excuse me. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Fortunately, not my first sneeze on camera, so I'm just gonna start over. Oh, I crack me up. Even when I'm not trying to. This is People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye now. Don't go away. I gotta take a picture of the soaps, and then maybe it'll be a premiere. Bye now. This is the Un-Valentine's Day soap. It's dragon's blood. It's colored with activated charcoal for a black, voodoo red mica, which gives you a pink or a red, and in this case purple, depending on, you know, how it wants to act. I forgot I could turn the flash on while I'm filming. And that is a homemade glitter. I took some Jello packet. I took a Jello packet and a mica I already had called King's Tuts, and mixed the two together, and yeah, seems to be working so far. But yeah, that's my Un-Valentine's Day soap. And that's a Taiwan swirl, if you're wondering what the top treatment is called. Bye now. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye now.